Hey, hi, hello, welcome back at another video of Soaring Commerce classes. My name is Sadikyam. In this video, I'm going to be discussing important questions for the economics. Yes, dear students, the exam is going to be held on 10/3/2026. So I'm going to be discussing the important questions from the economics. So first I will discuss 4 marks theory questions and graphical questions. Okay, the first question is production possibility frontier. Second question, central problems of an economy. Next, centrally planned economy, market economy. Next, write the difference between substitute goods and complementary goods. Write the difference between inferior goods and normal goods. Write the difference between total utility and marginal utility. Explain the indifference map. Explain budget set with the help of diagram. Explain the features of perfect competition. Explain the determinants of firm supply curve. Explain shutdown point, break-even point, normal point. Write the table to show the impact of simultaneous shift on equilibrium. Write a short note on price floor. Write a short note on price ceiling. Role of government and household in developed and developed economy. Write the difference between microeconomics and macroeconomics. Next, emergence of macroeconomics. Working process of an capitalist economy. Money acts and convenient unit of account. Explain this sentence with the example. Functions of RBI. Write a note on legal definition of money. Explain the consumption function. Explain the investment function with the help of a graph. Give the meaning of aggregate demand function. How it can be obtained graphically. Explain the supply side of macroeconomic equilibrium. Write the chart of government budget. Write a note on balance of trade. Write the chart of component of current account. Write the chart of component of capital account. Explain the 3 linkages of open economy. So if you guys are going to be studying these questions, means definitely 9 questions are going to be arising in your examination. Okay, so they are going to be asking to write us 5 questions. So they have given like 9 questions. If you guys are going to be preparing for this 31 theory questions, means definitely at least there will be an 9 theoretical question. And also I have taken some 4 marks problems. Yes, dear students, 4 marks problems are also equally you need to study. Okay, so at least one question is going to be asking from the problematic point of view. The first question, which comes under from theory of consumer behavior. Suppose an individual buys 15 apples at the price rupees 5 per apple, and if the price increases to rupees 7 per apple, she reduces her demand to 12 per apple. Find out the price elasticity of demand. So this is the first problematic question from theory of consumer behavior. The next problematic question which I have taken is from theory of consumer behavior. Consider a market where there are 2 consumers and their demand for the goods at different price level is given as follows. Calculate demand for market good. So they will give us a price and D1 and D2. What we need to do means we need to add D1 and D2. Okay, so these 2 questions from theory of consumer behavior. The next question which I have taken from for the problematic is the following table shows the total revenue, total cost schedule of a competitive firm. Calculate the profit at each output level and determine the market price of a good. They will give like quantity sold, TR, TC, profit, market price. So in if you want to get the profit, means we need to minus TR minus TC, then we will get the profit. Okay, next, assume that 200 balls are produced by the firm at market price rupees 10 for each ball. When the price of ball rises to rupees 30, firm produces 1000 ball. Find out the price elasticity of supply. And this question also from perfect competition. The next 4 marks problem I have been taken from market equilibrium. Consider a market for cotton. The demand curve for a cotton is Q is equals to 200 minus P. Assume that market consists of identical firms in which supply of single firm is Q is equals to 10 plus P at price 20. Calculate the equilibrium number of firms. Next, the 6th question I have been taken from determination of income and employment. C is equals to 50 plus 0.8y and I is equals to 200 is the information given about the closed economy. Calculate the equilibrium level of income. Next, suppose I increases by 250, find out the new equilibrium income. If you guys are going to be following these problematic questions and the theoretical and graphical questions means definitely the 9 questions are going to be arising from this PDF only or from this video itself. Okay, next which I have been taken is for the 6 marks theory and graphical questions. Okay, the first question and the foremost important question is law of diminishing marginal utility. So this question is the highly chances this time to ask for the 6 marks. Next, optimal choice of consumer is from theory of consumer behavior. Movement along with demand curve and shift in demand curve. Next, demonstrate the derivation of demand curve from indifference curve and budget constraint. Analyze the points of elasticity along with linear demand curve. Okay, these 5 questions I have been chosen from theory of consumer behavior. At least one question is going to be asking from theory of consumer behavior. The next question is analyze the point of elasticity. Next question is explain the various short-run cost, explain the law of variable proportion, explain the TP, MP, AP with the help of diagram. So question number 6, 7, 8 is from production and cost. So if you guys are going to be studying these 3 questions, means definitely one question from the theoretical point they are going to be asking. The next which I have been taken from national income accounting. So the first question is macroeconomics identities. Next, limitations of GDP. Next, numerical method of measuring GDP. All 3 methods gives us the same answer. So in these 3 questions, definitely one question is going to be asking for your examination. Okay, in totally, if you guys are going to be studying this 11 questions, means definitely 3 questions are going to be rising in your examination. So next questions which I have been taken is from money and banking. The first question, functions of money, and the second question, Goldsmith-Lala story. Next, open market operation. Okay, if you guys are going to be studying these 3 questions, means definitely one question is going to be rising in your examination. Okay, next, which I have been taken from last chapter, open economy, balance of payment, illustrate the effect of an increase in demand for imports in the foreign exchange market with the help of diagram, explain the foreign exchange market with the help of foreign exchange market fixed exchange rate with the help of diagram. Next, how the purchasing power parity theory is used, make along with predictions exchange rate in the flexible exchange rate system. Okay, so the question number 15, question number 16, question number 17 is also very important from open economy. If you guys are going to be studying these 18 questions, means you can easily write all the 5 questions in the part for the 6 marks. Okay, so just study these questions. If you guys are going to be studying these questions, means definitely all the questions are going to be coming in your examination for the 6 marks. You can study theory of consumer behavior, production and cost, national income accounting, and money and banking. It's enough for the 6 marks. You can keep the rest of them is for the optional. Okay, next, the 6 marks concept problems also are very, very important, because we observed that in the model question paper, each and every model question paper, they have been asked for the 6 marks problem. The first problem which I have been taken is from production and cost, and the second problem and also from production and cost, and the third problem is from national income accounting, and the fourth problem is also from national income accounting. You guys need to learn this problem. One question is going to be asking for the examination. So 2 questions from problematic questions from production and cost, and 2 questions from national income accounting. For the 2 marks, I have been made some 5 important questions. In these 5 important questions, one question is going to be definitely asking for your examination. Suppose the price elasticity of demand for a good is minus 0.2. How will be the expenditure on the good be affected if there is a 10% increase in the price of a good? Next, second question, find out the market supply where there are supply curve of 2 producers, S1P is equals to P minus 20 and S2P is equals to P minus 10 respectively. Next, if the real GDP is rupees 300 and nominal GDP is rupees 330, calculate GDP deflator. After that, if the value of MPC is 0.75, calculate the value of MPSN investment multiplier. Next, with given consumption function C is equals to 100 plus 0.85, when autonomous consumption changes to 200, find the new consumption function and identify the value of MPC. If you guys are going to be studying this 5 2 marks questions, means for the problematic, definitely they are going to be rising at least one question for the problematic. Okay, next, For 1 marks, I have been there will be 2 questions, at least 1 question they are going to be asking in your examination. Suppose to a consumer 4 oranges gives 28 units of total utility, 5 oranges gives 30 units of total utility, calculate marginal utility. If the demand curve of 2 consumers are D1P is equals to 10 minus P and D2P 15 minus P respectively, find out the market demand. So at least in these 2 questions, definitely 1 question they are going to be asking for the examination. Next, expands type question. So these 6 expands are there, and definitely 1 question going to be asking for the expand. First one is MRS, second one CPI, third one CRR, and next GST, after that GDP-MP, after that FRBMA. So definitely 1 question are going to be asking from the expand point of view. Next, for the 2 marks, you need to study these 3 chapters at least. If you are going to be covering these 3 chapters, means it will enough for the examination. First chapter, theory of firm under perfect competition. Next, national income accounting, government budget. If you guys are going to be concentrating these 3 chapters for the 2 marks, definitely you are going to be scoring all the questions in the 2 marks. Next, for the project oriented question, you need to study from theory of consumer behavior, market equilibrium, national income accounting. Okay, so if you guys are going to be following this video, means definitely you are going to be scoring like 80 out of 80 marks along with model question paper. You need, so some of the questions I have been taken from the model question paper itself, some of I have been dropped. So you need to read model question paper for fill in the blanks, match the following, and MCQs, and for the 1 word. Apart from this, you not need to study anything. If you guys are going to be following this video, means definitely you can score 80 out of 80 marks in the economics. I hope everyone is going to be doing your exam very well, and all the best for your examination. Thank you for watching this video.